Hello. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm modifying a couple of particle effects that are found in Star Citizen, specifically Alpha 3.0. And then what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to apply it to a ship that's going to be destroyed. At least that's the idea. See how it goes. Just gonna switch off all the emitter time so that it will continue to do what it needs to do. Alright. Now, from the embers here, I'm gonna fix that. At least I think it's the embers. Nope. So that's fine. There we go. Alright, got it. So because Hey guys. If you have any questions about what I'm doing, feel free to ask, because there's a lot going on in this scene. It's like I don't usually say much doing these. Usually. But I'm keeping my eye on the chat. So no need to worry about that. So those should not be there. I don't know why they're there. So what I'll do, so to give you guys an idea of what this looks like from the camera, this is what it looks like from the camera. I've got a lot of things turned off so that my FPS doesn't absolutely tank, because this isn't going to be rendered in real time. This is going to be rendered, well, as you would an animation, rather than it being streamed live in a game. So performance isn't really a concern. So a lot of things are turned off just so I can work at the moment. So here we go. This is the animation. I don't know why those fire effects are still on. I need to fix that somehow. And yeah, those should not be on. And then, so that's kind of what we got. So the job today is to basically do the particle effects for this hunter up here. So here we are. Pew pew, need to fix that as well. Boom. And those as well. Now there is a command, and I can't remember the command. Oh well, doesn't matter. There's another way I can do it. If I remember right. The command to restart not a command, property that basically restarts the thing. Strength, here we go. I think this is it. Soon find out. Okay. So, minimize some on my other screen here. Let's try and mind where it was. I think it's here. So what I need to do is just modify this based on emitter strength. Super easy. What I'm going to do actually, I'm just going to quickly close down the track view here, so we get a little bit more performance. That's really going to bug me. And I'm going to go over here where it's a little bit quieter, and I'm going to turn my view distance way down to about 200, and I'll just get rid of that. So I'm just going to do this all in one level, so I'm not spending forever reloading other levels, because this one takes a while to do. Okay, so I'm going to do an experiment. This is the fire and smoke effect. So, I change the strength to 0. Okay, so in the heat haze, we're going to have that at 0. And that. And that. So the idea is, and I hope this works, otherwise I need to go read some documentation, which I'm not that keen to do on a Sunday. Oh. I'll just keep there. There we go. Oh. Alright, good. So basically I'm making it so that the amount of particles generated here varies with the strength here. So I can basically ramp it up. Okay. Turn that off because I can't generate lens flares with that anyway. To 1. Start getting some generation. Up. That's up. That's up. That's up. This is broken. I'll have to do that in its own scene, unfortunately, but that's fine. Okay. Now I'm gonna do the same with the smoke. Now I actually just realized I did it in reverse, but it doesn't really matter. All right. I think you mean Daymar, and I can't. This isn't Star Engine. This is CryEngine. There is absolutely no input from CIG in this whatsoever. But I'm not on Daymar. I am on New Corvo, or Aramis, should I say, near New Corvo. Yeah. There. Right, so for anyone joining, what I'm doing at the moment, I'm modifying a particle effect here so that I can basically ramp it up in the track view, which is the cinematic tool that I use. And then it'll just mean that we'll get a bit less popping in the final piece. Here we go. So if I bring that up, bring that down. Now, yes, good. Now the speed. Now up there, and then down there, and then up there. Excellent. Okay, so now, when I ramp this from 0 to 1, it should work. So I'll move that. So right now I've got 2 monitors open. I've got one with OBS and just chat open, and I've got another with this one you can see here with CryEngine open. So I'm going to be moving stuff back and forth between the screens quite a lot. Where's my road? Because I've got the view distance turned way down, purely for performance, because this is a very demanding scene. In fact, it's probably going to melt my graphics card. Good thing Christmas is around the corner, so it's good to buy another one. Yeah, it's quite a demanding scene. And this is CryEngine, guys. This is not Star Engine. And I'm not associated with CIG whatsoever. And on. Okay. Yeah, it's on. Just checking that. Okay, so track view. Sequence that should turn off all the particle effects, which it does. 1000 to 2000. So I can see what I'm doing. So this isn't a level of any kind. This is basically a film set, an elaborate film set. With a few things turned on and off, so basically if it's not on camera it didn't happen, sort of thing. Okay, so I'm gonna skip to where we have the interesting stuff. It's here. So I'm gonna play it back in the camera for you so you can see what it's doing. I've got a lot of effects turned off at the moment. So the bit I'm interested in is here. So I'm going to make two views. One of them is going to be the camera. The other is going to be a work camera. And we're going to take a look over here. So I'm going to enable these way back here. And in theory, I hope this works. Thank you. Yeah, and I hope this works, and it should. It'll be not there. That'll be the first one, which is this one. Okay. I need to do some tweaks to this. It's not really a problem. Oh, there we go. It's on now. Cool. It's actually kind of working. And this one is back here. So you see what I've got here? If I play it in the camera, so the camera on the left here, we've got two retaliators, and they're each launching torpedoes. One of them launches, strikes. If I just turn on the helpers, see the other one. So that's the first one striking there. And as we zoom out, you see the other one here, away to strike. That's when it strikes there. That explosion goes off. And then this strength scale basically fades in the particle effect. At least it should. So I'm going to do that now. So I'm just going to go back here and just kill the effect. Okay, see what happens. Okay. Didn't work. That's not ideal. Try again. Right, okay. Not ideal. Let's try the other way around. The flame effects generated. So that's what it's meant to look like. And I'll add a couple more as time goes on. Okay. There's another part to this shot, And those are the thrusters, which go offline. Now, where are they? This is a very intense scene. There we go. Oh good, they are offline. Cool, so that's when they go off. So if I have them enabled, see here that they're actually killed. So it's a little bit subtle. You see the thrusters there? Alright. Okay, I think what I'm going to do real quick is just do a quick pass on the camera movement, because right now it's very placeholder E, especially if I just turn the particles off for performance reasons, especially right here. It's like a little nod, that's just a signal for myself that everything's away to spawn in. Little explosion we need to add in there as well. So what I'm going to do real quick, I'm just going to just do a quick pass on the animation. In fact, no I won't, I've got a better idea. At the very beginning of the sequence, this is before everything goes on, we've got a retaliator here that takes off. I think I'm going to do the work on that real quick, because it's easy and it's something I can do that is less likely to crash everything. I need that on. I can turn that off. I'm just going to turn off everything I can, just in case. Fine. Okay, cool. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to replace this retaliator with another version. So right now this is an assembled version we use for backdrops and things like that. So I'm just going to replace it with a version that we have where we can animate the thrusters a little bit easier. I'm going to have to rebuild it, but it doesn't take long. So I'll just do it here, because I can. Turn off the particles. I think it's in this, yeah, it's in that frame. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to just turn off the track view because I don't need it. And now, what I need is a ship. Aegis, Retaliator. There's a lot of pieces to this, but obviously I'm not going to be going through all of them. I don't need to. I just need this. Okay, that's one part. And I only really need to, because of the angle it's at, so if I just load up the track view, again real quick. So you can see I need the turrets and I need the lower thrusters. I don't really need any other parts. I'm going to add just a little random panel because I don't actually have a closed version of the landing gear because this is a very old asset. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is add the thrusters, add some of the panels underneath. I think there's a hatch under there I need to add, and the turrets. That's all I really need to do. I can close that now. And this is an old version of a character called David Ewing. Oh yeah, and there's cyclones in this scene. The little cyclone asset. And it may not be mirrored geometry. The guy's feet are messed up. think I put the wrong. I think I put these guys as the wrong characters actually. Now I think about it. Oh no, that's fine. This is an animation I recorded a while ago. In fact, I don't think I recorded it. I think it was from a pack of mocap files. Anyway, it's from, not from Star Citizen. Which is nice. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, that. Okie dokie. Right, so E1S5B, episode 1, scene 5B, underscore retaliator. Oh no, actually, underscore ship. Underscore ret for retaliator. TO for takeoff. Body. One. Just in case. I make a copy. Next thing I'm going to do is the thrusters. I don't think they're in this folder. I'm just going to check. No, they're not. Oh, here they are. Here they are. Oh, not what I want. I'll call it VTEL L01 or 1 because I'm going to be animating these individually. But what I might be able to do actually, I'll try doing this. So I'm going to cheat a little bit, and this is a build I share with Fiendish Feather, and he recently did a sequence using a retaliator. So I'm gonna try and cheat a little bit, see if I can find it. Turn off those layers. Ah, perfect. I'm sure you won't mind. Yeah, it's over here. Cool. So this is a retaliator that's gonna be seen in the next Bulkheads episode. The one we animated. It was actually him that animated this, so I can't remember what he used as a parent. It looks like he used the tally base. You won't mind that I'm using this. Okay. Cool. So what I can do then, I can just delete that. Cool. Very cool. Right, are these particles on? Yeah, they are. Sweet. And I can delete that camera. That was for something else. And I can delete that. I'll keep the character inside. And I'll change him to a UEE pilot. If you have any questions or anything, guys, feel free to ask. And I'm happy to answer anything. You know, favorite color, that kind of thing. You never know. Favorite color could be blue, could be orange. You never know. Alright. Excellent. Now, of course, this guy is going to be hidden from everything else once we're done with it, because if I don't, we'll see some seriously negative performance impacts. Because this scene is running on the absolute limit of what CryEngine can do with the particle engine. I'm doing my absolute best to stay away from that limit, but I can't because there's so much going on. So I'm turning things on and off on the fly quite a lot. Okay. Turn that back on. Now, Retaliator. Alright, this is the Retaliator that takes off here. So, I'm gonna just, as an entity, pad. And I'm just gonna select this guy again. I'll just make it O2. Now, I'm gonna do something exceptionally high-tech. Right-click, copy, paste, add track, properties, ability. Actually, there it is. Copy, paste. Look at that. So high-tech. Such wow. Take off. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the particle effects and lights to this track view as well. And that means I can just turn them off. Just bear with me 2 seconds. I'm just going to turn the view distance down again to maybe 300. Just so it's easier for me to work. Because like I said, this is a very, very demanding scene. Even though it doesn't look like there's much here, it's not exactly well optimized. That's my fault and my fault alone. Okay. So if I just play it back, we'll see that it's taken off now. Exactly like the other one is. So what I can do... viewport. Delete the old one. Play it back here. I think what I'll do, I'm gonna delete the lens flares because in this scene I'm not really using them apart from the sun, which is there. So I'm gonna delete the lens flares. I don't need them. Or I might change them to something else. This is when things get very interesting. There's no better part than the. There we go. Just realised I can select them in the editor here. Down to 5. I think these are fake lights anyway. No, they're not. Okay. Let's see what we got in the flare editor then. Okay, fine. Suit yourself. There we go. This is my favourite part of anything. The lens flare editor. Look at it. So beautiful. No, I think what I'll do, I'm just going to turn them off. I'm just going to get rid of them. I'm not going to get rid of them, but I'm going to disable them. God, 10 viewers. I'm starting to get intimidated, guys. Please. Getting quite intimidated. Quite scared. Okay. So the next part I'm going to do is this. Oh, is that? Oh, that door's shut. Sweet. Alright, I'm going to have to remember where this layer was saved. Sorry for your dish, I'm going to use all your shit. Because I can. Sorry, he uses all mine, so it's all good. Kind of share. But our, so we use Perforce for some build sharing stuff, and unfortunately we've done an upgrade to a different CryEngine build recently. And it means that a lot of our, well, what it basically means we need to re-upload everything to the server, which takes ages. And because we've got 2 builds, we've only re-uploaded the new one, so this isn't actually on Perforce anymore, so we can't actually share it, unfortunately. At least at the moment. And we'll fixing that in due course. Well, he'll be fixing it because he does all the Perforce stuff. I just kind of use it and break it. Okay, so I'm just thinking about this physically, if you like. The engineer in me coming out. So when you start coming up here, you see when it starts to turn, this forward thruster here, or one of the rear thrusters, is going to have to tilt forward. So that's what I'm going to do. This is VTOL rear 1. So I'm going to just close down all the others. I'm going to add 2 keys. One there, maybe one there. It's a very simple animation. That's going to kind of go forward there. And then just a little bit more. But no, that was wrong. Go back a bit. And then I'll take rear 3. And then what that's going to do at the same time in this maneuver, it would create a counter torque on the ship. So that would tilt forward as well, right? And around, so maybe around there. So then these two would be reset. And then both of them would be tilted forward now to provide some forward momentum. The others would not move too much because in atmosphere you got a counter-gravity. So they would still be providing vertical thrust. Primarily. Okay. And now I'm just going to make it look pretty. At least that's how I approach it. Because I do have a bit of an engineering background. It's just the way I think about it. If that makes sense. Just bring this here so you guys can see it. This is what's called the graph editor or curve editor. It's where 99% of work is done. Okay. This position, I don't want that, I want the rotation. Let's see what we got here. So, spin this guy down there. There. I'm just smoothing out the motion a little bit. And what I'll do with the front thrusters, I'm going to rotate them forward as well. Very slightly. So when the motion begins, which is around here, I want them there. And then when it begins to accelerate, that's when we want them to tilt forward. Just gonna go. About what is that? Because that needs to be the same more or less. 28.61. I think I'll even that out to a nice lovely 30. So we've got a 50-degree angular displacement. Not bad. Okay. Just gonna modify this motion a little bit. Make it a little bit more linear. Don't want it too linear though. And it's too mechanical. I know it's a mechanical thing, but I don't like mechanical things. They're boring. Machines that make it seem alive. Like someone's flying the thing. I just made it seem very mechanical. Oh well. I'll roll with it. Alright. And now There's one piece missing from this that I neglected to add, and that is a thruster. Diet Coke. Why am I telling you this? I don't know. So, I don't think we... No, we didn't. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use the one from the saber because I can. And it saves me spending time making a new one. Tally, underscore engine L. Hashtag deal with it. Right. Then I'm just going to attach it to the attacher, the magical attachment tool. That is the attacher. Rotate it there, rotate it there. So this is a troop transport that's going to be heading off to New Corvo, which is over there somewhere. By the way, when I turn on vegetation, you can see that it doesn't add anything. Something's gone wrong there. I hope it's fixed when I load the level up again. That would be very bad if it's not. I'd have to repaint it. Or import it. In any case, it'll be work, and I don't like doing work. As little work as possible, please. Scale it up a little. I know this is the thruster for the saber, but you know what? Who cares? I use it on all sorts of stuff. R. So this guy isn't in combat, so I know you do, Frosty. Unfortunately, that phase is more or less over. There's a few tweaks I need to do, but I don't want to really do that today. This is a lot cooler. A lot cooler. Trust me. I'll show you what I mean shortly. I promise. Particles, take off. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to take all the particle effects from all the VTOL thrusters, and I'm going to just set it up so I can turn them off. Purely because I'm going to need every single frame I got. Every frame I can get. So if I go up to there, that's when we're going to do it. There, that'll do. So I'm literally just going through and just kill it. Oh, actually, you know what I need to do? I forgot to do this. I need to make sure I turn them back on. There we go. Oops. There we go. Paste. Oh, nope. Copy keys. Paste. 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 This is 99% of my work is copy, paste. To be fair, that genuinely is what a lot of the particle effects are. They're copied from, in this case, a lot of them are copied from either Alpha 2.6 or Alpha 3.0 PTU. Oh yes, I'm making another video. I wouldn't say it's fun. It's a grueling, painful process that has taken me 4 months. It's almost finished though. It's good. Very good. I do say so myself. And you know what? I'm gonna show you. So if I go back here. So this is what we just did. This guy taking off. Got a bit of shit porn. Look at that. Beautiful. Stunner. Absolute stunner. Okay, so this is gonna absolutely tank my FPS, but I'm gonna show you guys anyway. That AA tower right there. Quantum jump. Crap. Oh my god. Whoa. Said it craps my FPS so much. And there was a particle effect on there, but it broke. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. This is such an intense scene, it's unreal. Okay, what was I doing? Can't remember now. Alright, so this guy's done. Good. That should be switched off. So at the start of the sequence, I've got what's called a kill switch. Oh, yeah, those are things. Yeah, those should not be on screen at the moment, because I pressed the restart button. What am I doing? Turn that off, turn that off, turn that off. Yeah, there's a lot going on. That's an understatement. There's a lot of things in this. And a lot of things I got switched off still. Okay, so what I need to do now... Oh yeah, I was going to do a pass on the camera. So I'm going to do that real quick. Down some on the other screen. Right here. Okay. Right. So, sorry guys, just taking a look at a couple of notes, just checking what we're going to do. Not really turn my webcam on, but you know what? I don't want to. Yeah, not really that keen today. Right, camera. Camera. So you see, I've not really added any shake stuff. That's not what I'm interested in today. Smooth that out though. Alright, so what we can see here, if we look here, you can kind of see a square here. That's what the camera's going to see. So I use that as a guide. Right, so this is the bit I want to fix. It's this little dip here. Now, this isn't going to be a dip. This is going to, for this I'm going to use camera shake. So... So about somewhere in the middle. That's going to be interesting. So I'm going to take this way down to about 2. I'll do the same on the other amplitude here. Down to about... And out. And then, frequency, I'm going to bring way up. By a lot. And I'll do the same. This. Kind of there is where we're going to be at. 17's a bit high. Want it around 4. I don't want them the same though. I want it to have a little bit of uniqueness. That's a word? I don't know, but I'm gonna roll with it because I can. Nobody can stop me. Yeah. So with this, it's a little bit different. So with After Effects as well, I guess, if you're using what's called the dope sheet, which is this thing on the left, this is where all your keyframes are. So in After Effects, that'll be where you'd see all your keyframes, you know, for opacity, position, effect, that kind of color, that kind of thing. That comes with a curve editor as well, and this is just my personal opinion. You can have literally thousands of keyframes. This has a lot, but this is spanned over quite a long. This is spanned over about a minute, so I can go in and say I want to edit a couple of seconds here. It's really quite easy. It's not that difficult. But it's when you're using it with a graph editor, in my opinion, I don't think it's really that tedious. I don't think it's too bad. That's just my opinion. Turn the amplitude up a little. Yeah, you've gone the wrong way. It's a little better. Just back a little. All right. It's a little bit better, but I also want to introduce a very minute pause here. Just a little. What? Oh, whoa, holy crap. Whoa, so much stuff. Alright, so this is what I'm thinking. This is not what the character sounds like at all, because the guy holding the camera in lore in this is an actual character in this short series called Eddie. There's like, whoa, kill turrets. Whoa, oh my god, what? Whoa. Whoa, dude. So much stuff. It's crazy. Whoa. So many explosions. What I'm going to have to do at some stage as well, because I'm thinking something like Battlestar Galactica when you got, spoiler alert by the way, if you haven't seen it, first off, why? Second, mute this for about the next 20 seconds. Yeah, so in that scene where they're on New Caprica and the Galactica jumps into orbit, that's kind of what I'm picturing, the shockwave from that. When these ships jump into orbit. So they kind of quantum traveled in there. The only reason I'm looking at the turrets right now is not stylistic, it's technical. Because I can't make that effect look good in the amount of time I've got, so I'm just going to roll with this. Cool little shockwave will do. Right. So I think that'll be alright actually. Gonna do a quick oh right, so after this it's gonna go into what I call action shake mode, where the camera isn't really shaking as it would normally, whereas like someone there holding it is shaking because the guy's shivering because he's a little bit scared. You know, it's nerve rattling this stuff, so he's shivering a bit. And then I gotta add in a couple of foreground elements and pretty things. That kingship needs to go. It's for something else, which is a secret at the moment. It's not really a secret. There's no secrets in this. Very open, very open. I do say so. Right. So this I'm gonna bring way down to about 2, that'll do. Likewise with this. And the frequency I'm going to bring up to about there. You know what? I'm going to modify my playlist slightly. And I'm going to put this on. This is from Alpha 3.0, and I'll play one, then the other, then the one after. There we go, what we need. Beautiful. Alright, maybe that's a little bit too high, so I need to take the amplitude down a little bit. A little bit unrealistic, But you know what? I think it looks cool, so I'm cool. I'm cool with that. Maybe just bring the frequency down a tad. Let's go here. Okay. And then about here. Oh. Wrong one again. About there. Forward slightly. And I'm going to bring the amplitude of the shake up a little. Let's turn the particles off just for performance. Okay. And then I'm going to return to there. And I'm gonna be honest, guys, I'm kind of making this up as I go along because there's a lot of shit going on here. I'm just kind of seeing what works and what doesn't. Because I wasn't really expecting to be doing this. I was expecting to be doing something else, but I forgot what it was. So that kind of throws a wrench in the gears, if you like, when you forget what you're meant to be doing. Yeah. It's like, oops. Go down there. Nah, needs more shake. Shake and make it. Mix it up and shake. Shake and make it. Look what you can make. There we go. Oh, I've got an idea. Alright, so I was having a problem earlier with a particle effect clipping on, like coming on, so it kind of flashed on. But what I can do, I just figured out a way I can hide that. Yes. Beautiful. Okay, here we go. So, I forgot I animated this guy. It's one of the first things I did in this scene was this guy here. Forgot about him. So what I'm gonna do, let's see what we got here. So, about there. So we're gonna follow it. Might require a little bit of reshuffling, but that's fine. Rotation X. I'm going to move this back a bit. Alright, there we go. Alright. And that bomber, I'm going to just modify it slightly so that it's a tiny bit slower. Not much slower, slow enough. Okay. Where is it actually? Let's turn the environment up to about 2000. There we go. Okay, so our bomber friend is somewhere. He was at quite a high altitude, if I mind right. Right, there he is. There he is, up here, look. That's weird. Okay, so normally you have a path that you can follow. Not in this case. Just a bit irritating, but it's not a problem. Going down a little. Oh yeah, he was moving super quick. Like so fast. Oh my god, I forgot about this. Right. Okay. Nah, it's gotta be a bit higher than that. I need to be able to see him. There he is. High speed pursuit. It's really hard because it is moving really quick and I can't find the path for him. Might as well just animate it again. Okay. Oh, maybe too much. Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna animate it again. It's just the easiest thing to do. Honestly, can't remember. It was too long ago. Like, I've been working on this for ages. Like, a long time. That'll be why then. Whatever. This one. That's why I couldn't see the path. Okay, so we got. So that's when I wanted to do the kind of strafing run. If I move him down here, and let's just take a look at where the camera is. So the camera at the moment is here. So let's bring him up here. Set a key. Back. Just out the frame. That's a bit too far out the frame. Let's bring him down, just so he's out the frame as well. That'll work. So I'm going to take some inspiration from the what do you call it? The dive bombers of recent history. This guy's gonna be a dive bomber because no other reason than I think it looks cool as fuck. I don't know what they actually do, but you know who doesn't care right now? That's my attitude to all this. Does it look cool? Yes. Then who cares? Bit too low. We don't want him touching the ground. He's dropping big explosive things. Alright. Right. Then what I'll do with this, trim back in the Y, or its Y should I say, and straighten out the descent, and in the position just gonna be starting on a linear, likewise on this, out linear, in linear, better. Okay, and I want him to kind of be introduced into the frame a little bit earlier, so bring him back here. And then, anyway, just gonna add a slight rotation to him. Too much though. So kind of around there, and then the X, and then move back here. All right. And then 0. Cool. And then just gonna bring it up very slightly, so we can bring them into frame a little more. Okay. And that's where the camera comes in. Oh, actually, you know what I might do? Just extend it again a little. Scale key tool. Ah, wouldn't work. Oh well, doesn't matter. Okay, so our camera guy's gonna see that in the corner of his view here. Then he's gonna follow it. He's gonna pan down slightly to the right, left, sorry, slightly. Delete that key there, don't need it. Oh yeah, I do. It turns out I do. So earlier on you can't really see it here, but earlier on, we kind of I've already kind of established. Oh, actually, that's pretty good actually, because then I can use that to establish what happens with these guys. So earlier on, we kind of established the camera style this guy has. He likes his snap zooms, but he likes to do his snap zooms in combination with another kind of motion at the same time. So he's always got kind of one eye on the lens, the other eye on his surroundings. That makes sense. Now, get it there, kind of. Oh, beautiful. Flare. Okay. And we've got a little bit of overshoot. And then when he comes back, I'm gonna get back to the view of the hunter. Overshoot again, slightly. And I'm gonna commit a crime and make this a little bit snappy, just a little. Beautiful. All right. Cool. I do want to have him have just a very slight pause while he's the way I'm picturing it is kind of thinking about what to do next, so there's a very slight pause there. The ultimate professional, this guy is. He knows what he's doing. But he's still bricking it, because he's a human being. That's going to be a fun effect to do, but I'm going to do that off stream, because I've got no idea how I'm going to do it. So. Okay, so I'm going to revisit the whole sequence real quick. but that's not really ideal. I think I might have broken something. It's almost like it's hitting a wall there. That's not good. I've actually never heard of Adobe Cloak. No, yeah, this is CryEngine. No way I'd be doing all this in Premiere. Not a chance. It's not got a 3D engine for a start. This is a game engine. So what we got here. So I'm just kind of trying to fix this this curve here, this turn here. I need to make it snappy, but at the same time I don't want it to feel super rubber bandy. Kind of was. It felt a little weird. It's similar, Sam. So they. Let's turn this down a little bit. So, CIG's engine, which is called Star Engine, is a heavily modified version of Lumberyard, which is based on the tech in CryEngine 3.8, which this is CryEngine 3.8, and so it's similar. It's similar to the engine they would have had about 3 years ago. Or 2 years ago. In fact, no, it's identical to the engine they would have had 2 years ago. Because these are files from about 2 years ago. They pour it straight in. So it's compatible. But, of course, they've since moved away from it. And, yeah. Since then, a little bit more work needs to be done to get stuff in. It's very different. So I don't have anything like, I can't visit planets or anything like that. I can't open their levels or anything. But I can load in game assets and play with them and design my own sets, which is a lot of fun. Especially if you're doing a combat scene, because holy shit are they fun. So this I messed up. Shouldn't really swear, but you know what? We're all adults here. Who cares? This is too much fun. Okay, so that's when I'm going to turn that fiery effect on, which wasn't working earlier. So, this is the one. We are the young voices in unison. The engine has begun. Cool. Alright, so that's when I turn them on. Let's bring them back here. Look at that. Oh. Fantastic. Could use a bit of work, but you know what? Get in there. Yeah, pretty much, Sam. Yeah, Lumberyard is pretty much a modified version of this build. Well, a build similar to this of CryEngine. And it includes a lot of Amazon's features, primarily networking, but there's other, like, from a developer standpoint. I'm not a developer, but from that kind of, the point of view I've got is you've got additional features, such as a marketplace for add-ons, which are really cool. And one thing that really intrigued us was in-engine video playback, which was really. Alright. Skip that because I'll do. I skip music. Hello, Gareth. Gareth. Ha 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 ha. Ha. Right. So, I'm gonna crash this guy. And so, obviously there's gonna be some kind of dust wave from this. But I've got no idea how I'm gonna do it. Which is awkward. Let's see what we got here though. Oh yeah. They're switched on now. Forgot they were a thing. I had them switched off because they really drain your performance. Like, a lot. Oh yeah, so it's mainly for my purposes, if you like, which is so I don't know if you guys watch, any of you guys watch Bulkheads. If you don't, go watch it. It's fantastic. It's really funny. It's like a I don't want to say machinima because I think it's a level above machinima. At least in the normal case, I think, in my opinion. But it's based in CryEngine, and it's just a little sitcom thing based on a old Bengal. And I do a lot of work with them. We have a shared CryEngine build, and we were thinking about, well, we were trying a while ago to upgrade to Lumberyard, but it proved to be too unstable, and it started corrupting our levels, which wasn't very good. And as you can imagine. And one thing that it did have was native video playback, which was really cool. So basically, you could take an MP4 file, throw it into Lumberyard, and it'll play instantly. I've actually got a let's see if I can load it up on a Gazo account. I'll just real quick, and I'll just paste it into the chat. So what I tested it on a video I made last year, which was a commercial for the P50, which is really cool. Oh, well, I've got this. I'll just show you what else I've got as well, which is really cool. So while I'm looking for this real quick, I'm just pasting in the chat now just a little clip from the build we're upgrading to currently, which is pretty cool. So that's Eckhart naked having his cereal. But it would have been quite funny. Right, I know it's here somewhere, so I'm. Is it? We're upgrading. Can I mine now? Can. No, I can. If I can't find it in the next 10 seconds, I'm just gonna have to leave it. I need to really get to work on this still. Yeah, so what I'll do, I'll just link it in the chat real quick. Bulkheads is the name of the series. It's run by a guy called Fiendish Feather, a good friend of mine. And we have a shared CryEngine build that we use. So a lot of things we do together, really. It's really cool. So it's not really seen anywhere else. That kind of collaboration isn't seen anywhere else in Star Citizen. Not even Combined Arms had it to that level. Here it goes. It's in the chat there. Oh, here it is. Lumberyard stuff. Yeah, here it is. So I'm linking in the chat now as well. So this was the real-time video playback that we have. So this is a Merlin commercial I rendered a while ago, and it had in-engine video playback. So basically, you could put it in the track view like this and hit play Whereas now you need to do a few little timing tricks with the UI system, which I don't really do because my scenes are too long. Oh, good. Yeah, go watch them. They are really good. I produced a couple of shorts on there. One's called Breaking Brock, and the other's called Maintenance, that we did for Halloween. And it is a really good little short, in my opinion. And I'm not just saying that because I'm the guy that made it. Right. So what I need to do now is this. So I'm going to apply a little bit of real-world physics to this now. So if I just grab a distance tool, camera's here. Okay. Is that it? Really? 244? Okay, cool. Yeah, so I think it's still meaning Lumberyard. So basically the way it worked was you take any MP4 file, you can bring it into the engine and then just hit play in the engine and it can play. You can use it on like a screen or something like that, which is really cool. Whereas at the moment it's done a little bit differently here. Okay, so about there. That's from the. So I'm gonna make a little blast wave here, just a placeholder for one, and see how it looks. I'm not actually gonna make the particle effect, but what I am gonna do is gonna make another effect for it as well. This is how the scene's gonna end, by the way. I'm not gonna go into details about the plot or anything like that. Fair. I'm happy to I'm happy to do this and talk. I don't mind. That's why I'm streaming. If I wanted to just sit here and just sit silently and work away and headbang to this awesome music from the Star Citizen community, I would have just not streamed. So I don't mind. Right. I'm gonna have to do it this way. E1S5 blast. Gonna make it its own thing. No, it's actually not, Sam. That's done a different way. I don't think it actually uses that feature because that requires it to be pre-rendered. Whereas as far as I understand, that's rendered in real time. So what they'll do is the characters will actually be saying that in real time as they would be. So it's a different system to that. But I can see where you get the connection, but it's not the same. It probably is based on it, but I don't think it's the same. Right. That's one. Right, I'll just be right back. I just need a quick bio break. So I'll be right back. Alright, very sorry about that, guys. Just AFK. Okay. Thanks, Shen. Really, thank you. It's took me a long time to get to this point. Right, what am I doing here? So, need to make it bigger than that. But I'll make it. Well, I'm only going there. See what I'm doing here. So, what I'm going to be doing with this fog volume is I'm going to be using it to add to a kind of blast wave. So this guy's going to crash to the ground, and then when it does, it's going to, it's going to generate lots of, be a massive explosion, generate a lot of smoke and a massive blast wave, which is going to uplift a lot of dirt. So what this fog volume is going to be is I'm going to see if I can use it. I don't know if this will work, but I'm going to see if I can use it just to kind of emphasize it a little bit. Okay. That's kind of what I got here, so I need to make it bigger. God. This is a big volume. Alright, cool. Bigger again. God damn it. Let's make it that. How about that? Okay. So, let's see if I can add a properties track. Size. Oh, you absolute babe. Okay, so maths time. So d equals vt. T equals d over v. The distance being 1,600 meters. And I'm going to divide that by 330. 4.8. Really? Can't remember that actually. Okay, I gotta remeasure this. I'm only on. I am 800. I'm just very crudely at the moment measuring a distance. It's not the most efficient way of doing it. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. So 1400, 300 meters per second. It's going to take 5 seconds for that blast wave to hit our characters. That's a long time. A very long time. You know what? Screw it. It's Aramis. The air's denser. Gonna travel faster. I don't care. It's a long time. Like a really long time. Okay. You can tell how much I really care. I don't. This is a cool feature I did not know existed though. I like this. So this is kind of how it looks. Ah. Yeah. The Z's a lot. Okay. And smooth this up a little. Right. Yeah, it is possible in Lumberyard. But it's really unstable, so I don't use it. Well, I don't want to say it's unstable in general. It's unstable definitely when I've got all this Star Citizen stuff loaded into it, so I don't use it. I use it for some things, but not very much. And yeah, yeah, it's definitely possible in Lumberyard. Nice. Nom. Give me like a. Okay, so the color of it is going to be kind of a brown, dark brown. Look at that. Too dark. It depends. What are you in Stella? What are you wanting to do exactly? That'll be the easiest way. I could probably get any tips if you like. Don't worry, I wouldn't steal your ideas or anything like that because I've got too much shit I need to do. It depends what you're trying to do. If you're trying to mimic this, then well, yeah, it would be. But there's other ways you can go about it. Well, you don't necessarily have to do it this way. Okay. Now I'm going to show you guys something I haven't shown you yet. Let's turn that fog off. I just don't want to be able. I do want to be able to see the fog. I just don't want to be able to select it. I do. So I'm going to turn the density down a lot so I can see what I'm doing. Because I haven't really set it up to do anything yet. 0.01. So I'm just going to leave that on there. So yeah, if you want to do it in CryEngine, that's the easiest way. Well, it's not the easiest way, it's a less work intense way. Alright, okay. I'm not making propaganda. I'm making something, well, a little different to that. But, yeah, so the way you do it is easy. You just get an old build of the game. See if you can get your hands on a build of Star Citizen around 1.3-ish. And it'll load straight into CryEngine. And that'll work. Alternatively, and it is an outdated one, but there is a tutorial on my channel somewhere on how to get assets in from current builds. It's outdated massively, but it'll give you an idea. There's a few tweaks in there that I need to add, but it's the best way. It's probably a good start for you. Right. Don't want that. Don't want that. That's what I need. Nobody wants to make propaganda nowadays. Buildings are, well, they're from Alpha 1.3. Just get that and you can load it straight in the engine. I mean, they'll come in different pieces. Like, if I just unhide some of this, like if you get the build loaded in, you won't have this or anything like that. You need to build it yourself, using all the pieces. But by the way, elsewhere on my channel, I'm looking at a hangar here. There's actually a fly through this hangar if you're interested, on my channel somewhere. But you won't have any of this, and you won't have these hangars or anything like that. You need to build them manually, because these are custom built for this. But it gives you all the pieces, definitely. But the likes of the Cyclone here and this guy, you won't have any of that because they're done after the fact. But you definitely have all the pieces for building the place. Easy. No worries. Oh, feel free to ask questions, dude. I don't mind. But I'm streaming. So their velocity is massively slowed down here, and the reason it is because I was doing something else. So I'm gonna just speed them up. I can't speed them up a little. God damn it! I was running out of space. That's why I slowed them down. Why'd the field of view do that? What's going on with this? Oh. I think I might have moved something I shouldn't have. Oops. Oh, that's what I did. Right, so that needs to go. I don't know what happened there. Something broke. Oh well, doesn't matter. Fixed now. Thank you. It's not even finished. There's a lot more to go in there. But once this is done, what I'll be able to do is... why is that doing that? That should not be doing that. Can't wait to make a trailer for this, I'm not gonna lie. It's gonna be pretty good. I don't know why. I don't know. You know what? I'm not gonna moan. Because I probably broke it myself. Like, why is that doing that now? I don't know. Something's gone wrong somewhere. Alright, good. Better. I don't know why I was doing that. But you know what I'm going to do? Just in case, I'm going to make sure I don't modify that camera. Can I lock it in here? No. Never mind then. So let's look at where the Fog of Doom. And we just passed. And then... Yep, Gareth, they're from the game files. Can't remember which build exactly, it was a long time ago I got them. But yeah, they're from the game files. Oh, that's very, very close together. Just rocket. You guys have just witnessed me break a lot of things. That's where I want to start. That's where I want to finish. Comprende, Alex? Yes, I comprende. I hope that doesn't break too much. Okay. So what I'm kind of doing now, oh god, 17, that's quite a lot of people. So what I'm doing now, I'm just kind of animating this cyclone's tumble. The tumble cyclone. Alright. Let's get this guy out. Oh, that's rotation. That's what I want to fix. There's a lot of tiny little keyframes I didn't know about in here. Delete that. So that's fine. I'm not worried about the animation being super incredible at the minute. No. Any work I did on bulkheads started 3 months ago. So anything after the Breaking Brock short, I had some kind of influence in. Whether I helped out or I didn't actually join bulkheads until around episode 5. And I didn't work on any of it. The 2 shorts, Breaking Brock and Maintenance, I made, and I did some work on episode 7, so those would be the ones I actually helped out on. The rest of the time I've been working on my own project. Okay. I haven't had a position key in ages. That's how many position keys are in this. Is absolutely none. Because it just doesn't move at all. Right, it's from, I normally have this graph editor on my other screen entirely, but you guys wouldn't be able to see it if I did that, so I've moved it over here. Which means it's a little bit more of a pain in the neck to do, but it's fine. Okay, so the camera, line this up properly, is going to end up over here somewhere. Oh, wrong thing. Bring it up a little. Kind of want to just hide the buildings. I just want to kind of look down the street. Just came down. Okay, so that's too many keys. It's actually quite hard to keep track of what I'm doing. I think what I might do for this, I'm gonna cheat a little bit, and I'm actually gonna cut the camera. Oh, they're saying that. It sounds as if it's obvious what's going on. Totally not just gonna flunk it. Yeah, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I am going to cheat. So yeah, some good stuff in there. Okay, so here I'm going to set a keyframe. We're not going to see the cyclone again, right? So I'm going to set a keyframe here, and I'm going to delete these. So it's just going to stop here. And then, so in the turn's beginning, because the way this is set up, it's all filmed in the first person, so everything is one shot. Absolutely everything has to be one shot, which is intense. And it presents a lot of really cool challenges. One of them usually relates to attached objects. So in this case, we've got the camera that's attached to the Jeep, because the Jeep's tipping over. I need to animate the camera independently from the Jeep. Now there's a few ways I can do it. I can cut the camera, I can make a new sequence and hide the cut in there, which I've actually done somewhere else that I'm going to challenge people to look for. See if anyone notices. I don't think they will. And so there's ways I can do it, but I just want to do this in one shot just so it's done. Plus it would mean I don't have to animate all this stuff again. Well, not all of it, I want to animate some of it again. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to freeze the Jeep there. And when the Jeep's tip like that, that's when I'm going to move the camera. Kind of down there. So I'm kind of cheating this a little bit. But it's going to look interesting. I hope. I don't actually know how this is going to look. By the way, the road's going to get a new texture at some point. It's on my to-do list before release. I'll definitely need to get a new one now. See how it looks on the camera now. Oh. You know, I forgot. So what keyframes there? And then of course we need to bring the shake down to 0. Okay, it's going to be a static camera. Alright. Now that's when we're still on there. It's going to be very linear. Okay. Back. That. Right. This rotation has to be there. These will need to be back here. Right. Now, rotation needs the same treatment. It'll be a very sharp movement. Okay. Now, bring this back a little. And I just figured out why it was being so slow. Duh. Okay. And in this, I'm gonna have it rotate. I'm gonna have it do a full loop before it ends where it does. So minus 366. Because I'm a div and I can't remember 720, 732. Okay. 2 spins. Okay. And in that. And then about there. So that's when it strikes the ground. That's when we're going to have it around 700. Oh, minus 700. Be a hell of a spin. Okay. One small thing we need to do. Around here, it's going to bounce a little. Like I said, it's only going to bounce a little bit. And I'm gonna level with you guys. I've got no idea how I'm approaching this. I'm just kind of rolling with it and seeing what happens. That's my process with it. I do have an idea on what I want, but at the same time, I'm just kind of going with it. We need the Y. Oh. Right, okay. So, I forgot that because it's parented to the Jeep, that any movement in this curve editor here, the software I'm using here is AutoHotkey. I'm using a modified script for this. So I'm using AutoHotkey for that. in the TLDR. And it kind of gets in the way a bit, but I kind of like where it is up here on the top bar here. It's nice and out the way. See where the camera is now. Alright, I'm just gonna bring it down a little bit closer to the ground. Okay. And the field of view, I'm gonna change between here and here. Ish. A little bit. Okay. So if we look at this very disorientating... Oh, gotta bring it up a little bit more, see that? But what I can do, I think I know what this is. See? 0.1. Yeah, there we go. Back here. And that fix that. Okay, cool. I'm gonna obviously have to make a different version of this because it's a very low resolution road. But it does the job. That's all you need in life. As long as it works, we're good to go. That's not a good way about doing things, so it needs to work for everyone. I'm at that point where I'm speaking absolute drivel. Oh, okay. Let's take a look. So you can see how easily things can actually go wrong in this. The answer is very easy. Right, so that fog, like I said, is just a placeholder at the moment, which is fine. Mm, 0.0. Just bring it back a little bit. There's a thing there that needs to be deleted. Get rid of it. The magical railing. Just floating. Look at it. Like, it is a Christmas time of year. Christmassy. Floating railing. It's from, that'll be a leftover from when I built the scene. Likewise, this needs to go too. These are leftovers. Leftovers from a long time ago. Feels like ancient history I built all this. Okay. So, I think what I'm going to do, because I've got a new PC case and I need to rebuild my PC soon. TM. So what I'm going to have to do is call it there. Unfortunately, I've done what I wanted to do. Great. Which never happens. So, I'm going to take a break. Might be back later. I'm not sure. Haven't decided yet. And I'm gonna get back to work on this. I need to do some R&D, if you like. In other words, some pissing about to work out how I'm going to do the particle effects for a few things, which is best done off stream because it's really, really boring. But before I go, I'll enable some stuff, give you guys a little preview on what this scene's going to look like. There's a lot in here. So let's hit play, see what we get. Oh, right, I need to turn on particles. Bear me 2 secs. I think I might have destroyed the particle engine. Probably. I think I broke it. Yeah, it's broken. Right, just give me 2 seconds. See if I don't know what that's doing there, but it's not good. It really means bad things. The black spot. Retaliator, take off. I probably forgot something. Oh, that's the particles. No, that's right. Spare me 2 seconds. I don't know. Right, I'm gonna have to sort that out later anyway. Okay, so this is it. So we're kind of flying around, blah 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 blah. I'll have to fix that particle. Lens flare there. Oh, turn on the city in the background. There we go. Pew 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 pew. Oh my lord. Lag. Welcome to Lag Central. Lag City. The city of lags. Welcome to 0 FPS land. I'll need fixing. And there we go. Pretty intense sequence. But it worked. So, on that note, I will thank you very much for watching this spiel for the past 2.5 hours. I will be around later, probably, maybe, I don't know. I will tweet it out if I am, or if I'm not, along with other things. So if you have not followed me on Twitter, I suggest you do. This is the Twitter, right here. Check it out. There's some other stuff there from this project, some previews about stuff that's coming in the future. A good friend of mine called Alexander, who produces music. And various other things, including this beautiful screenshot. To answer your question, Interstellar, it's not my voice. That is the voice of Radlock, who is a voice actor friend. So you can't change your voice like that. The only way you can get your voice like that is to get a voice actor that can do their voice like that. It's the best way. Anyway, on that note, I'm gonna head off. And like I said, follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. Seriously? No way. Let's do that there. Nonsense. Where? You found me on Google. Images? No. No, you didn't. That'd be really cool if you did. Ah well, doesn't matter. No, it's cool, dude. It's cool, dude, really. Not a problem. Alright, anyway, thanks a lot, guys. And I'll catch you later. I'm actually going to press stop now. So, bye-bye.